everybody. My name is Brittany Estes. It's great to have you guys all here. This is a short introduction to the syllabus and the course calendar. I'm going to go as quickly as I can. But basically, this course runs July 5th to August 3rd. If you need to email me, please use the Canvas email functionality. That's what I'm going to use to email you guys. This course really looks at a number of different genres, texts across different movements from basically the early settlers to 1865. So this course will look at not only the canonical texts, but it will look at the more marginalized voices as well, as the ones that you don't always get to read in classes like these. So hopefully you enjoy that, and hopefully you see these different viewpoints and understandings of how our quote-unquote American identity was developed over these different movements. So you guys can read the course goals and the outcomes yourself. But essentially, you just need to have access to Canvas, have the textbook, which is the Norton Anthology of American Lit, Beginnings to 1865. And I say any edition is acceptable. That is because I was given the 8th edition for teaching. There was a 9th edition since then, and I think that is the one that is available in the bookstore. So in the text or in the lectures, you'll see me reference page numbers that are from the 8th edition. If you have a different edition, you can just pause the lecture and go find the right pages. But I've given you the pages for both the 8th and 9th editions in the modules, so you should be able to find the text that you need. And to be honest, many of these are also available online. So you guys know how to use Canvas. Make sure you have access to it. Everything is semi-self-paced, so you guys actually have access to all weeks of the course at once as soon as it opens, so you can actually work ahead if you choose to. Everything is divided up on a weekly basis, so your coursework for each week is due at Sunday at 11:59 p.m. of that week. The course has 3 units. You'll look at the early settlers, which is really our first week. The second unit is Enlightenment and Romanticism. That's 2 weeks. And then Transcendentalism is the last week. You have an essay for each of those. And then that's 60% of the grade. The other 40% comes from quizzes, which are 10, writing assignments, which is 5, a weekly blog or something. Basically, a blog is an assignment that asks you to kind of think through a concept or an idea. That's 10%. The discussion boards, which are open to everyone, and that's 10, and the attendance participation is 5%. So the grading scale here is pretty self-explanatory. The incomplete is really for if you have an absolutely extreme extenuating circumstance. That's something we can work on at the end of the course if need be. And as I noted, the weekly assignments are due at 11:59 p.m. every Sunday of that week, including your essays. Your essays are formatted with MLA, so that means they are 1-inch margins all around, Times New Roman, Cambria, Calibri font, 12-point, double-spaced, and has a header in the top left and page numbers in the top right. So there are resources available to you guys if you don't know how to do MLA. That you can find those in the module above the first week in the course modules if you need it. Everything is checked for plagiarism through Turnitin, so make sure you don't plagiarize. Late work is also not accepted because A, you have the ability to work throughout the week at the pace that best fits your schedule. B, you can work ahead if you know you have something coming up, you have a family coming in town or whatever it might be. And C, this is only 4 weeks, so if you get behind now, you will have a very hard time catching up. So that's why late work is not accepted. You guys can track your grades throughout the semester or throughout the course in the Canvas gradebook tool that will be updated regularly. And then there is an attendance policy in place per TCC. And if you are missing more than 15% of the class instruction, the instructor has the right to drop you from the course. Withdrawal information is there if you need it, and participation, of course, just means you are keeping in contact with me, you are doing your assignments, whatever it might be. Important class dates: July 5th, class starts July 26th, last add drop day, and final class day is August 3rd. Plagiarism, I know you guys know this, but don't plagiarize. It's pretty simple. You have an academic policy that you agree to when you become a student at TCC, so make sure that you're just not plagiarizing. That includes self-plagiarism, so that can be using work from this course, so say at a previous assignment, and then copying and pasting it as a new assignment. Also, plagiarism could be reusing work from a previous class. It can also be copying, obviously someone else's work, so another student's or internet resources. So just make sure you don't do it. If you do that, you can fail the assignment, you can fail the course, you can have it affect your academic extracurriculars, and you could even be expelled or suspended from college. So that's really not worth it for really what is max like a 3-page paper, I think. If you email me, I will respond within 24 hours. Everything will be returned, it says, within 2 weeks of the due date. That's really just for major assignments. If it takes that long, it shouldn't take that long. So I will try to keep on top of things for you guys so you always have quick grades. And if you need office hours, there are functionality within Canvas that we can do that. So those are available upon request. If you need student support services, all of that information is here. If you have an accommodation that is needed, please contact the Disability Support Services office, and they will facilitate some paperwork, and that will be sent to, I believe, to me and signed. So make sure you do that if you do have a need. And technical requirements, like I said, just make sure you have access to the internet. Make sure you have access to Canvas. If you have Canvas on your phone, and you probably should, make sure you have your notifications turned on. And then if you have a help issue that you need help with, call the Canvas help desk. You can also email me at the time of the issue, take a screenshot of it, send it to me. I've taught on Canvas for many years, so I can probably give you some advice, and that should be it. So let me walk you really quickly through the course calendar. Week 1, like I said, is going to be our early encounters. It's going to be basically from the early settlers up to the Enlightenment. So you're going to read a couple of texts, Columbus, De Vaca, and Bradstreet, and then your first very, very, very short essay is due by Sunday, July 9th at 11:59 p.m. Week 2 is our Enlightenment unit, so that is going to be looking at our founding fathers. It's going to be looking at some female poets, Phyllis Wheatley. And then 3, we're going to move into Romanticism, which is Longfellow and Poe. Your second essay is due on Sunday, July 23rd. And then we move right into your third and final unit, which is week 4. And that's the Transcendentalism unit that will look at Emerson, Whitman, and Dickinson, and Frederick Douglass. Your essay assignment sheet, your essay is due that Sunday at July 30th. We do not have a final exam of this course, but there is extra credit available to you guys in the finals week, so you will find that in there. If you choose to take advantage of that, that is due by Tuesday, August 2nd. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and move on. There is a quiz over this information, so take the quiz and let me know if you have any questions.